Yo, what is up, guys? What is poppin'? We are here with week 3 of the IBA. We started with a bad loss in week 1 because we played like trash, and then bounced back with a big win last week versus another divisional opponent. Now we get a, a third divisional match this week versus my boy Aaron2420. Great kid, always hits me up with thumbnails if I need them. Gens my teams for the ITL if I need some need some in-game stuff, and overall a very nice kid, very good guy. So he has a very threatening team actually. He has like the Mega Blaster, the new unreleased beast that is Zera Aura, Nidoqueen Mance, which can fuck up my squad if I play badly around it. Nice Flogger to Wish Pass and an Aerodactyl. He also had some other stuff on the squad. I pretty much forgot what else he had, but he has like drafted a very solid squad in my opinion. And yeah, for this week I actually dropped my Mega Sableye for Mega Altaria and my Whimsicott for Silvally, and we built a dream, and like a semi-stall dream for every player that likes his build. Like we got a nice Cleric, Altaria, Heal Bell, Roost, Hyper Voice and Earthquake, very specially defensive, never too killed by Zera Aura, regardless of the variant, unless it's Specs, and then like Specs is easy to handle. We got Bliss here with Ice Beam, Wish Protect, and I think Toxic. We got a nice bulky thingy here, Toxapex with Poison Jab, Ice Beam, Haze and Recover, I think. Nice bulky Garchomp with Stealth Rock, I think Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and Poison Jab with the Poisonium Z, I think. Pretty sure. We got a nice bulky Volcarona with HP Ice, Fiery Dance, U-Turn and Roost. Very solid checks and stuff like Metagross that he has had on the squad. And we got a nice Silvally with an absolute god spread. I got EVs in every single stat. Even special attack despite running like Impish or Careful, I don't know. But pretty interesting stat, like 244 HP, 12 attack, 76 defense, 64 attack, 108 def, and then like 56 speed or something like that. Like some really wild wild Silvally spread, but a spread that works out well. It's still Valley Ground, so we got the multi-attack, Defog, Parting Shot, and Ice Beam. Pretty much my entire team is able to Oko Salamence after rocks, which is pretty important. Even Blissey can Oko it after rocks, depending on his investment. I think it's a roll for Blissey, but yeah, like I just can't let this thing set up to +2 because then I just lose. So the team was designed to never lose to the Mence, and yeah, here we are. I decided to lead off with my Silvally actually matchup, but let's talk about team matchup here. I feel like once I get rid of the Nidoqueen and Flogger, Altaria pretty much wins on its own. He told me during the game or after the game that he didn't, he forgot about me dropping Mega Sableye for Mega Altaria, and he under prepped for it. So yeah, like if I get rid of the Nidoqueen and the Flogger, yeah, I'm like in a very solid spot. Also, like if I get rid of the Zera Aura, my Toxapex can pretty much beat everything on its own, especially with Nidoqueen's weekend. I can like pivot out into Blissey. So he has really trouble breaking my Walker. So I lead off with my Silvally here to like beat the Nidoqueen lead. I wanted to lead with Altaria, but I figured the Altaria lead is so obvious because I want my Mega Evolution, obviously, and like he's like very likely to lead with Nidoqueen. So I decided to go for the multi-attack here on the first turn to see like what kind of set he is. I predict him to set up his rocks probably, and he has the Sugar Berry, so this is nice. Means that he's like a bulkier set that can't break through my team at all because like he needs life up to KO Toxapex easier, but he reveals to be a very bulky set. A lot of twist death actually on there with the Sugar Berry. I like calculate, and yeah, it's like very good to know because Nidoqueen already becomes less of a threat. Here I kind of make a misplay because I figured he was inclined to stay in just the Ice Beam, knowing that he can live another multi-attack, and I should have multi-attacked again and then defog, but I decided to defog now in case he wants to switch out into Arrow, into Mance, or into Blasters, all of which would be fine plays, or even into Floggers. I don't want these rocks on my field because I have the Volt, I have the non-Mega Altaria, so I gotta play it correctly. And I figured like it was in his best interest to switch out because if he loses his Nidoqueen or if he like lets it get low, my Altaria can just kill it with an Earthquake the next time it wants to come in, and he wouldn't have like a mon that can revenge Altaria anymore, like or safely anymore. So Probably should have saved this Nidoqueen there, but he actually decides to switch in as a defog to get the Ice Beam off. As you see, it won't be a 2 KO with some quite invested in special defense, and yeah, he actually can't 2 KO, which is nice because it's like a bulky queen. Here I go for another multi-attack. So he gets up his rocks again. I will defog them away on the next turn. With this situation, I can't like can't really do too much with me. I just defog as he goes into Ment. I will throw off an Ice Beam because I don't want to set up, but he makes a smart play, goes into Blastoise, scouts for the Ice Beam or the T-Wave potentially, and like yeah, works out fairly well for him. Blastoise comes in. I will Parting Shot out because my Silvally outsped his Nidoqueen. I EV'd this thingy here to outspeed max speed modest Nidoqueen and Blastoise. So I figured because we went bulky Queen, looks like to bring a Walker, Flogger's Queen and Blastoise. I figured this was more of a bulky Blastoise as well. So just Parting Shot out brings me to be faster because there's not much reason for him to run Timid on this Blastoise versus me. Parting Shot out, I could go into my Altaria, but if he Ice Beams, I'm in a bad spot. He actually roars me out into Silvally again. Go for another Parting Shot, I don't lose anything by that. He can go back into Bliss, he can't really touch me at all. Goes for the Scar and he does 6%. It gets the burn, but that like will just negate my leftovers, so that doesn't really matter. Fire off a Toxic here, yeah, trying to catch potentially Arrow on the switch in, trying to like catch Blastoise on the roar, trying to catch Flogger's or Zeraora on the switch in. But Nidoqueen makes sense. I will just go for the Ice Beam here on the next turn. No reason to go hard into Silvally in my opinion. Like I can just knock out this Queen, which opens up Altaria fairly nicely, as well as my Volcarona. Like now Volcarona's only big threat is the Arrow here. After that, like I can 2 hits from everything besides the Z-Fly, obviously from Mance, and fire off big hits with Fire Dance, especially if I get a boost up or 2. Very nice, very solid start. And now the thingy comes in. He uses both Zeraora. When I prepped for it, like I looked at the move pool like 5 to 10 times, knowing what kind of set it runs, and I was 99% sure this thing's only fighting coverage would be Drain Punch, which like I just didn't see close combat, and this will come into play later. Here I just think, oh, I can stay in, see what he wants to do, but I decided to go into my Silvally, which is actually bad play because Hidden Power Ice is fairly free, especially if I expect him to pack the Drain Punch for my Bliss here. So I allow him to Hidden Power Ice me, and he reveals to be Life Orb. Not Modest though, which is good for me. Probably like a mixed attacking set. Now I just go back into my Bliss here. Silvally here now will be important to keep alive because I need to defog on either the Floggers or the Blastoise at some point. I go back into my Bliss here. He goes for the Hidden Power. I think I go for the Toxic now. But here, yeah, I go for the Toxic, try to Toxic, and he reveals the close combat and knocks me out. I thought it was a roll, but he actually revealed to me that he was a plus attack nature, so it didn't matter at all. Bad start for me because Zeraora thingy here gets rid of my Blissey, which is one of my checks, like to Blastoise and shit like that. Now Blastoise looks looks a little scarier if he like for some reason weakens my Tox attacks and keeps it healthy with Wish Passes from this thing here. But now I can just go into my Altaria and I think fire off a Hyper Voice. Maybe I roost up, I'm not sure. I think a Hyper Voice here to try to catch the Blastoise, knowing that I can't chew oh no, I roost up. Okay, thought I might might go for the Hyper Voice here, but I think I Hyper Voice in this time because Flogger's is like a mon that I could potentially what's called defog up on if he like just goes for the Wish or so, and like if I just bring in Toxapex, he like just loses some shit by going for the Wishes. So I figured he's probably inclined to switch out. So I fire off a Hyper Voice. If he stays in, he was more inclined to probably just Wish and then pass it into Zeraora or Blastoise to get some health back. But I figured like Moonblast wasn't his play because Toxapex is like such a free switch in here. So I go for the Hyper Voice, and this is like a 3 KO on Blastoise. And yeah, he goes for the Ice Beam, does absolutely nothing, revealing to me that he is a Fizz Death variant or like just a bulky variant in general. And he freezes me, which is the worst thing that could happen because Altaria pretty much beats his entire team on his own, besides Floggers, and Floggers is like bopped by a poison, by acid downpour from Garchomp, is hardcore walled by Toxapex. And like Toxapex plus Altaria, if you look at this team, Altaria and Toxapex both beat Blastoise. Altaria beats this thingy here 1v1. Toxapex beats the Aerodactyl unless he is Life Orb or boosting item with the Earthquake. Both deny Salamence's setup and chew a +1 hit besides the Sky Strike obviously. And Florges is like hardwood by Toxapex, so it can't break my core. And like I'm thinking a lot what I can do here, but like the only reason the only thing that I could do here is try to thaw out on the next turn. And I get the Justice Thaw, so it is nice. I can roost up here. See Ice Beams again. I roosted up because just in case he wants to go into anything else and pressure me out, like for example with Mance to like just try to force me out because I can't give him a free setup with a frozen Altaria, so that's why I roosted there in case like he just wants to make a play. But now I can just Hyper Voice, knock out this Blastoise, and things are looking clean now. Obviously, like I can't default on too much stuff now because like only thing I really can default on is Florges, and yeah, it's gonna be tough. But here I go to Pex. He goes for Wish. I think I go just for Poison Jab here. Oh, I go for Toxic. Yeah, Toxic on this over Haze. I figured Haze wasn't needed because the only setup mon he had was the Salamence, and the Salamence had just bobbled with the Ice Beam if need be. So here we'll go for, I think, an Ice Beam again. Yeah, go for an Ice Beam. And now I make the play to go into my Silvally because he surely doesn't want his Salamence Toxic. Looking at his team, it's probably 4 attack, Zero Aura, and like maybe a Taunt, Roost, Arrow, or just like a Scarf set to Revenge Kill a +1 Volcarona. It would make sense, so Salamence is the main win con here. So I decide to go into my Silvally, predicting the Aromatherapy or Heal Bell, and he actually makes the play, and I can really defog now, which is nice. The only reason to like keep my Silvally around. He Moonblast me here, fair play. I couldn't really do too much with him, but now I get a free switch into Volcarona. Pretty much only scaring him out because if he if he stays in and I just fire off Quiver Dance after Quiver Dance, he pretty much loses even with an Aerodactyl, especially if I'm a Z-move variant. Like the +1 Bloom Doom, I think, would already knock out an Aerodactyl, if not +2 would do the trick. So it's kind of forced to switch out, which gives me a chance to just U-turn out. Could have just gone into Toxapex and start clicking Toxic, but I figured, yeah, this was a much cooler way to lure in, for example, the Arrow and get some chip off. So that's exactly what he does, goes into Arrow. I can U-turn out, get some nice chip off, 10%. Nice to have. And I go to Garchomp, so he could have the Ice Fang, but I know I live it, unless he's Adamant Band, I think, or Jolly Band. Maybe Adamant Life Orb could knock me out too. I think I run the card. I think I live 1 from 4. So we'll get out my Roxy, which is nice versus Arrow and the Salamence. He reveals to be Adamant, but not a boosting item, which is good to know. Like it can't be Jolly E-Belt, that would have done a little bit more. So Adamant, Arrow for sure, probably enough speed just for like Cobalion and then like the rest in attack and some HP. I got my rocks, which is nice. Helps me wear down Mance, helps me wear down Florges. Even though it's 3 potential defoggers alive, I know Florges isn't a defogger, I know Mance is not a defogger, so he could have defog on this thing, which would be unfortunate, but what can you do? He goes into Florges here actually, as I make a switch out into Pex. Had I stayed in here, I pretty much would have won the game here, because after I got rid of the Florges, my Altaria would have won the game 100%, and Florges couldn't have lived an Earthquake into all like a Poison Jab or Dragon Claw into like a Poisonium Z Poison Jab. So even if I like Dragon Claw here and wouldn't have gotten off the damage, I could have like just Acid Downpour the fuck out of him and taken like down to 10% if he's a Pistol variant, and if not, he would be like if he was calm or so, he would have like just get bopped. But Toxapex also fine played, like just covers him going for another Ice Beam, and I can like just Poison Jab here, Poison Jab the Florges here. Toxapex wins this game 1 vs 1 100% of the time. Now I'll go for the Toxic, breaking him to Wish Pass into something. Zero Aura comes in. I think I go just for the recover here. Trying to scout what he wants to do, because I know that now that I know that he is like a plus attack nature, which he actually told me after he got the hit on Blissey, I think. I know that he probably can't knock me out. I know that he can't knock me out with anything. Even if he's max attack Plasma Fist, if he can't knock me out, I can recover up and then get all the way back to full with switch out into this thing here. So Toxapex actually being able to wall this thing one of his run is nice. Now going to Chomp on the Volt Switch, trying to stunt a little bit on him, trying to get the toxic damage off on him, and go back into Flawless. Go back into Toxapex. He goes into Flawless on my Chomp again. Had a stayed in there, that would have been nice. He probably still thinks I'm Scarf because he set up Stealth Rock on his arrow and then switched out. And he actually, after game, he told me that he was a Scarf arrow. I will find it out later in this game. But yeah, I bluffed the Scarf quite nicely here, but then he switches out and gets the first switch, so now he knows I'm not Scarf. Kind of sad, but what can you do? Pex is like staying in on this Flawless here. He's kind of forced to stay in now and protect, because otherwise, like, this Flawless is just death fodder. And now I'm actually in a very good spot. Flawless is only death fodder as of now. Can't wish upwards anything, and my Altaria is freed up. My Altaria will win this game eventually, I'm pretty sure at this point. So I have to like play as safely as possible. Here I think I will just go for the switch into Garchomp, seeing what he wants to do, or predicting him to wish pass into Mance, or not predicting him to protect. Yeah, that was the play. I predicted him to go to protect and then bop him with the Poisonium Z. Regardless of what he switched into, the Poisonium Z, Poison Jab, like the Acid Downpour, that's the word, would have done a lot. It would have knocked out Zeraora, I think, from 54. Would have done at least 50 to Mance, and like would have done some nice chip to Arrow. So was a very free play there with my Garchomp. Now my Pex is back in as he goes for the defog, and this is sad. I wanted my rocks up, and he actually reveals to be locked into defog, as it looks like. Maybe it like defogged again in case I had the Toxic Spikes, but at this point I think I revealed all my moves. I shot Poison Jab, Ice Beam, Toxic. I think I shot Recover versus Zeraora. So yeah, he's like, I'm very free to just Poison Jab. It looks like he's gonna sack it. And now on the turn I go into Mance. He actually into Altaria. He actually decides to go into the Mance, which is kind of funny. I wanted to be able to roost up on this arrow, but that didn't work out. Anyway, goes back into arrow. I make double into Garchomp, go back into Pex, chew the Earthquake. I can just recover stall him here a little bit. I don't need this thing at full health to be able to beat the Flawless, obviously. And yeah, I can just Earthquake spam, but that won't get him anywhere. I go to my Altaria knowing that I can't take 2 Earthquakes. Kind of risky business, because he could crit me and then knock on my Altaria, but I figured having Altaria in gains me the most than having Toxapex in, because Altaria does more damage to a Mance. Like Altaria, if he's uninvested Mance, I can't like just knock him out with the Hyper Voice, and Toxapex doesn't guarantee me that. So I figured I go into Altaria and just roost up on this arrow. I'm like at 58, just the same amount on which I came in. Now I go into Flawless. He doesn't outspeed me. Pop him with the Hyper Voice. It wasn't a roll, because like his set was like I think he was max defense, knowing like, and I knew that from the positive damage. Sorry, like I don't remember everything. It was like a while ago since I like played him. It was like 2 weeks ago. So, but now Zeraora comes in, I can pretty much just roost stall him here. As he goes for the HP Ice, has only 32%. I can like just roost stall him and wait for Zeraora to die to Toxic. Very nice, very nice. Altaria looking clean, like he just can't beat it. That happens when he like as I said, Altaria was gonna win this game, and the moment Nidoqueen went down, basically. So Zeraora can like easily roost stall this here, and just click the roost on pretty much every turn. Like, and now I'm back at full. This thing can only knock me out with a corkscrew crash in case he takes the Iron Tail. I would just go for the Hyper Voice. Dragon Dance is up his only play, and he actually lives. I do 79%. It's like, this man's a bulky motherfucker. It's like a really bulky man. Now I decided to sack my Chomp. I don't know why. I kind of scouting. Like, I kind of hoped he was going for the Supersonic Sky Strike here, which would have knocked out my Altaria, and he just goes for the Earthquake. So I figured he probably doesn't have anything for my Altaria. Now go into Pex. If he has a Zemo, I want him to burn it on this thing, because my Altaria can sure +3 Earthquake, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, like win the game basically. with Altaria after this turn. But yeah, it doesn't kill me with the Earthquake. I knew +2 Earthquake wasn't gonna kill, especially if it's a bulky man that doesn't have like max attack. And yeah, Pax is able to Ice Beam kill the Mance here with the on the last turn of the battle. So very fun game versus my boy Aaron. Like he played it really well in my opinion, especially considering he didn't prep for Altaria thinking I still had Mega Sableye. Not a lot he could have done versus my Walker in my opinion. Like Pex plus Altaria were able to pretty much shut down everything on the squad, and like it became like really hard for him to break once the Nidoqueen went down, once Blastoise was weakened, once Florges got got poisoned and like was forced to wish up, was forced to aromatherapy for his entire squad. Like it was really hard for him to win this game. And yeah, that's it. We improved to 2-1. Should be 3-0, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, very solid start to the season in my opinion. Like 2-1 is not too bad. Definitely want to try and go to like 3-1, 4-1, 5-1 to have like very solid shot at a good spot in the playoffs, like a good place in the standings. So we obviously want to clinch the #1 seed and potentially a first round bye. I don't know if we'll get first round byes in this league, but if we do, definitely want to get some. But anyway, definitely go check out Aaron. AAron2420 is his Twitter and his YouTube. He's an analyst for the GBA as well. I think there's a lot of stuff in the community. Very great, very good kid, great guy, and definitely give him a sub. Yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the match. Leave a like and a comment if you did, and I catch you in the next video. See ya.